When I'm not working on my cars or driving my cars, sometimes I like to pretend I'm driving different cars online. And I'm going to walk you through every part of this setup and tell you what I think was worth it and what maybe you could hold out on if you're designing your own setup. So this is my sim rig. I mostly use it for iRacing, but everything I'm saying would apply if you were doing ACC or most other PC-based simulators. So the heart of any sim racing rig is, of course, the wheelbase, and that's where you should be planning everything from the beginning. This is a GT DD Pro, which is the same thing as a Fanatec CSL DD. The difference is the GT DD Pro comes with this wheel and is compatible with the PlayStation. I'm mostly only using it with a PC these days. And this is the Fanatec GT3 wheel, and these are the the Club Sport V3 pedals. So that's the heart of it. Now, I love all of those pieces. I think that obviously if you're watching this video, you probably already know that you need a direct drive wheelbase and that you should start there. Definitely worth the upgrade over 3 or 5 Newton meters. I have never used one of the crazy Podium 22 Newton meters, so I can't really compare. But I really like this a lot. This is like the best bang for buck wheel probably there is from any manufacturer. The pedals, kind of spendy, but I've used 2 other pedals before this, the CSL without the load cell, and then old Logitech, like from a G29 setup, and I like these a lot. They have force feedback in the sense that there's vibration under the pedal when your traction control or ABS are kicking in, and then a really good load cell. You may have noticed this is a quad monitor setup. Anyone who I talk to about building their own sim rig, I tell them that you're eventually going to want triple monitors and you should plan for that. So this is 3 Samsung G5s, the 32 inches curved with a 1000R curve, and that is 144 vertical lines of resolution. The 4th monitor is much less bang for your buck, and if you don't really want a 4th monitor, you could probably do without it. I'm using it for Race Labs, telemetry, and UI elements, but it is more of a nice to have than a must have. It does also complicate your GPU and CPU selection, since a lot of options don't support 4 monitors, so think about that. The stand is the next level racing quad monitor stand. It's very expensive, but it is the final boss of monitor stands. You'll never have to think about a monitor stand after that. Now, I also have this cockpit, which is not at all the final boss of cockpits. This is a next level racing GT Racer that I got for the Logitech setup. I have a complicated relationship with it. What I liked about it is the price. What I don't like about it is the flex. When you can see this whole thing is flexing. This was good for the Logitech setup. It's not great for anything with a load cell. What I do like about it, though, is that I can slide this whole thing out in one piece and slide in my flight sim setup, and that's a big piece of why I haven't replaced this yet, even though I don't love the flex factor. The other piece of Fanatec gear is the shifter. This, if you really want a shifter, this is a great shifter. It does both H pattern, or you can flip this switch, and it does sequential. And it does feel like a real car shifter. It's notchy like a Honda, and very durable. It's all metal. I would put it in the nice to have and not really needed for when you're planning your setup, mostly because in most cars I'm using the paddle shifters anyways, and I don't really use this that often, so putting it in a kind of an odd category. Like, yes, it's really good, but you probably don't even need it, not right away anyways. I have the Stream Deck here. The Stream Deck is more buttons, but it's also visual information. So I have things like voice chat up and down here. This is my number of incident points right now, and this automatically, the button doesn't do anything, but this just, apparently it turns green if I press it. Oh, it does do stuff. Amazing. All right. It goes up when you get incidents. This is cool because I can say I do want tires or don't want tires on my next pit really quickly. This still falls into a nice to have because you could map a lot of this to your wheel or even a keyboard. Speaking of keyboards, I have probably everybody's favorite sim racing keyboard, the Logitech K400. This is only $30 and it's wireless and it has a touchpad. So when you're not racing and you're in menus or you're updating drivers for the third time today, you have a touchpad and full keyboard. Some people have a tray, like as if they need it out here all the time. I don't know. I don't know why they need that. I don't need it. I just set it down here when I'm driving. The computer itself is over here. It's an AMD Ryzen build with a 7800X3D and a RTX 5070. We could go on and on about PC builds. Figure that out. The sound. I'm using this 5.1 Logitech. Another thing I don't like about this rig is I don't have anywhere to mount these speakers, so it's all just sitting here on the carpet in a very unofficial way, which I'm not in love with. This is a really old Logitech. It's been discontinued for years, but I've had it, so there was really no reason for me to change because it works. So I have two here. Two are mounted right here, and the center channel is up there. Now, what I don't see a lot of that I think I've been trying to evangelize is this. This is a Shocks bone conductive headphone. So what I do with this is I have the car sounds like the tires and engines and other cars going through the 5.1, and then I use this for communications, both voice chat and my virtual spotter race engineer. So this doesn't cover my ear, so I can still hear everything through the speakers, and it just uses this bone conductive technology so that you can still hear it. And I think it's really effective for letting you hear from two different sources at once that way. So that's my current setup as of today. This has been an evolution over many years of upgrading and trying different things. The next thing I would want to do is get a profile aluminum rig, but I haven't even picked that out yet. So thanks for watching. I'll be back beyond the garage next time.